This is a quick video to explain the messaging settings on your user profile. So to get here, I'll click Account, which is for my own account, and then Messaging tab along the top. So there's a few options here. The one on the top here is your choice of where the messages get sent. So email all messages would indicate them getting sent to whatever email address you input here. Okay, whereas internal mail all messages, this means that it shows up under your notifications folder right here. Okay, you can also choose to have both of them ticked off if you want. Okay, the section below it is about the kind of work orders you want to get notified for. Basically, there are three parent controls for what kinds of work orders exist. We have pending work orders, which include draft and requested, active, which include assigned, open, and work in progress, and closed, which are closed complete and closed incomplete. Okay, these also will include any custom work order statuses that you create because you have to assign them one of these three controls. Okay, so which kinds of work orders you want to receive and for what assets. Basically, all assets in the system, so every single asset in the system that has a work order on it for one of these three statuses you'll get notified about. This one is just the assets that you're explicitly assigned to. So that means that any assets that show up under your assigned assets, where if you go to the personnel tab for that asset, there you are. Okay, so you'll get notified for this particular asset when there's a work order against it. And the last option is assets in the facility that I manage. So this is more what the video is about. How do I manage a facility? So to become a manager of a facility, it's a very specific thing. So if I go to main facility and I have myself here and the asset user type is manager. Okay, so when you add a person to a asset, you have 4 different asset user types, and to have them manage the facility, just select the asset user type as manager. Okay, so now that I manage the facility, I'll get notified for work orders on all the assets in that facility and the facility as well. Okay, the last thing here, notify me when scheduled maintenance is due, but the new work order isn't created because an active work order already exists. This should be self-explanatory, but what it means is if I have a scheduled maintenance that's due every Monday, and so let's say on November the 1st, a work order is generated. If on November the 8th, that work order still hasn't been closed, the scheduled maintenance isn't going to trigger another work order because that would be redundant. Then you'd have 2 work orders for exactly the same thing. So what it does is leaves the old work order open and doesn't generate a new one. So you can get notified whenever this happens, whenever you fail to complete a work order within that cycle.